Hello, everybody. I'm CJ Miller. I'm in my apartment in downtown Shreveport across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana, and have my dinner prepared. Uh, so this, I did the video as I was working it, but it's basically made from, holiday leftovers that I saved, and good quality and everything. And it's like, well, I'm kind of tired of having ham sandwiches, so I shaved off the ham sandwich, put them in the bottom of a pot with some aromatics. That's some celery, onion, uh, some chopped garlic, whatever that I felt would work good with that. Kind of put that in, let that get all ready to go. Do it until the onions are nearly translucent. Uh, you want to be able to look at them as if you're looking through a window. You really want that. So and then I put in the leftover potatoes, the little crunchy uh, potatoes that I'd done, and mostly mashed potatoes. I like my mashed potatoes, and even here it works here because it kind of comes with like a little potato chowder when you do something like this. But I like to have a little texture in my potatoes, my mashed potatoes. So they don't have to be all creamy because that's what this would come out to be. So this basically, and I kept adding milk until I got to the consistency that I wanted. A little bit of a chicken bouillon to kind of substitute in for the chicken stock, and it's really really good. Now I added to this when it was done and before I put it into the bowl, or as I put it into the bowl, a little bit of Parmesan, grated Parmesan, because I love good Parmesan. You can see it clinging to the spoon. That's how much I added, and then of course. A little bit of sage and a little paprika just to, because I was doing a video and I wanted it to look pretty before I started in. But look at these hunks of potato and ham and everything. So let's see. Let me taste it. This is very good. This is very good. If you wanted to, you could add a cheese of your choice. If you wanted to forego the Parmesan, any of the yellow cheeses, the Havarti, the cheddar would go great. A really good sharp cheddar would set this off, and you could use actually less cheese because of a sharp flavor. But yeah, I'm gonna really enjoy this. I'm gonna have this today. I'm gonna have it for lunch, and then I will be basically wrapped up with the holiday leftovers. Because boy, but um, when we get around to holidays, it's really really fun. I sometimes just really overdo it. And I send people home with food and everything like that, and I keep enough for myself. Like I sent a friend home with like a whole turkey. We didn't quite get into that second turkey, and I'm like, yo, take this home to your family and just kind of work on that turkey. I'd gotten it through a holiday sale anyway. You buy the ham, you get the free turkey, that kind of thing. So, and I had already bought the other turkey because it was like if I do I think it was like if we spent $75 at this one store, we were going to get the turkey. So I got the turkey, right? And then, of course, you buy the ham at the other store, and you get the turkey. So those stores are right down the street from each other. So we did that. So, um, yeah, this is a very good soup. This is better than any potato soup that you're going to get out of a Campbell's can. You know? Or whatever your brand of potato soup is. This is better. This is everything in here is homemade. You know, the uh, the spiral ham was smoked, but I had to cook it to warm it up. So and we did put some of that glaze over it. It came with the package of that cinnamon and brown sugar glaze or whatever. It reminds me of like the taste of a candied apple. Almost. I don't particularly care for it, but my friend wanted to use it in the yams he was making. And so I used the remainder of it on the ham because it was open or whatever. It's like may as well not waste it. But it actually, you can't in this particular treatment. There's, I guess that kind of boiled away, and there were so many like between the celery and the onion, all the aromatics and everything like that, the pepperiness of it. And when the onions break down, they kind of break down with the kind of a peppery sweetness anyway. So it all blends really well and there's a great balance. And so what I would do in a case like this, if you're using leftover holiday ham, sometimes with the soup, what you'll want to do is you want to think about chemistry and you want to think about not just chemistry, but but you want to think about balance of flavors, you know. So what your acids do in the milk and how it will dilute the flavor of sodium. So if you're going to add sodium, you want to add that towards and you can put a little for sautéing your vegetables, but when you don't want to overly do that um, with this particular soup because what happens when I'm adding the milk to get the creaminess of it. Um, and there was a creamed mashed potatoes anyway with like heavy cream. So it's all that kind of, uh, all that milk will disguise the flavor of sodium. So if you're trying to taste the saltiness of it as you're cooking and adding sodium, you're going to be fooled and you're going to end up with a higher content of sodium than what's needed. Add that sodium a little after. And for me, the only thing I would want to do as I'm tasting it is add a little bit of black pepper. I love a good black peppery flavor. I also used, that's perfect for stirring into a bowl like this. What I did do was include the potatoes. I mean, with the potatoes, I had a little bit of the white gravy, uh, that I had made, a white peppercorn gravy. It wasn't a peppercorn; it was cracked black pepper that I just poured on. That you can get out of any, just table pepper. That's what it was. But you could use peppercorn. Ideally, I would have. Anyway, and then yeah, but I had it in that white gravy, and I put that into the pot also because that's just one of those things that just would have went all the flavors that I was adding into the soup, they were in that gravy, and so yeah, this is delicious. And then you see it thickens up too, so it's a really hearty soup. Um, that the little bumps that you see in there, that is the Parmesan. And I added that after. That's a very creamy soup, but I love Parmesan. So that's what we're getting. Okay. This is a win. And what are some of the things that you love to do with your holiday leftovers? I love this, like, for instance, um, instead of ham, if you were adding like beef to this, and if you were a fan of peas, throw in the little peas and then put a crust over it, and you've got a wonderful pot pie. I'm not really a pot pie person, but yeah, give me some of your ideas if you think about it. Love and light, peace, God bless, bon appetit, good night.